I'm going to take this opportunity to create a YouTube thumbnail because some of you are not on YouTube, but some of you are. And I want to create something that will be catchy and that you can use as a template. So I'm going to post this here in the general discussions, but then I will also put the template. If you go up to the tab in the classrooms, the classroom tab, then I'll put it under the template module. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, not this one. This is my other school community, which by the way, if you are starting a business, I highly recommend that you come to this community. It's called the Funded Founders. And that's for people who are building like really big things and they want to get outside funding. But let's go ahead and come over to Canva Obsessed. That's our community. And then up here is the classroom tab. If you click classroom, then here is the templates module. I have a Canva pitch deck template here. That's under the sample template lesson within the templates module. And I will go ahead and put the template for the YouTube thumbnail. I will put that here as well. And I just realized I might have said YouTube video earlier instead of YouTube template. I'm thumbnail. And so I mean YouTube thumbnail template. So here I am on my Canva home screen. This is my little landing screen. And I have lots and lots of different things that I've worked on. I have like hundreds of projects that I've worked on. And so if you see anything here that you're kind of liking, I've created logos, I've created like videos from Canva as well. So if you're seeing things that you're liking, then just let me know and I can go ahead and help you out with that. But I can't read your mind. I don't know what you would find specifically helpful. So you need to be a little bit more vocal as a community. If you are thinking about something, don't just, hope that I magically make the thing that you want. I mean, we're here for a reason. So just be bold and make the specific ask. It's really easy. All you have to do is click right here under YouTube thumbnail and it automatically knows the exact size that you need to make a YouTube thumbnail. And if for some reason this is not popping up for you, you can literally just type in here, YouTube. Just be sure to click templates and then start it. I mean, here it is, YouTube thumbnail. But if that's not coming up, all you have to do is type in YouTube and this will automatically generate. Click on that and you'll get some pre-made designs, but if you want to create a blank one, which we're going to do today, then you create a blank YouTube thumbnail from scratch, and we're going to click that. There are some tips for YouTube thumbnails, and you want to be branded if you can, but it's not always necessary. So I already posted a video in one of the workshops about YouTube thumbnails, not just about all of the different tips and stuff that I have, but about design and business tips, both, I guess, together. I don't know what anyone's branding is out there, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with clicking just the blank background. I'll click the color wheel up here. I'll choose something, maybe something bright. Maybe I'll choose like this one. This one's really super bright. YouTube thumbnails normally get more clicks when there's a photo of you in the thumbnail. And a lot of people want to use like AI, whatever, and you can do that. But I mean, I think people like to know that they're dealing with a real person. There's so much AI stuff out there, and it's not necessarily helpful. So let's see. If there's some sort of action to it, pointing to something could be good. People like to avoid pain. So if you have a face that makes it look like you are trying to avoid pain, then that's a good one. Okay, so this might be a good photo to use. I mean, it's a bit silly, but this is the stuff that works consistently. Now, your YouTube title is one thing, and it needs to be something that's going to be searchable and like niched down, specific, but what you show on your thumbnail is a different situation. So some people make the mistake of showing their entire title on their thumbnail, and don't do that. We're going to go ahead and add some text. We basically want something that's going to grab their attention. And since this one is about avoiding pain, you don't even have to say what the pain is that you're wanting them to avoid, but you could say, avoid. How about this? Never make, and then we'll do a separate one. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this in a second. These 5, I say mistakes, but maybe I could do productivity killers. Killer mistakes. Okay. Now, one thing I do is everything for the text of the thumbnail should be in all caps. Generally, they convert better. I want to make these pretty big, and I will bold these out. And one thing that I see that gets a lot of clicks on some of my other channels is when oh, that's the wrong thing. When I have this in the background, some sort of something in the background to make it pop, big contrasting color. Now, I don't round out my little rectangle there. I like it to be square. So if you want that, you need to just scroll down a little bit and you need to bring that all the way down and it will be square. Let's see, for my branding, maybe I would do, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Control Z that. Control Z is a quick way to undo something. I should have stayed on effects. Okay, so you're on effects and you want to change the background color. You scroll down, you click the little color button right here, and then you just go ahead and change that background to whatever you want. I kind of want a little more contrast, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just make it white. People like avoiding mistakes, and they like it when you have a number of mistakes that you're going to help them to avoid. I want to make this big. Maybe I'm going to put top 5. Maybe I want this to be in a different box. And the reason why I say that is because top 5 needs to be like the biggest thing. I'm going to make that bold. I'm going to change the color of the background again. So I go back to effects and I change the color of the background of that little rectangle, move this over. And now I'm going to do like the top 5, right? And I'm going to make that huge. So bring these down. I'm going to make this humongous, bold it out. And we're going to make that really, really, really large. Okay. Top 5. Maybe I'll like scooch myself over a little tiny bit. That's fine. Effects, hit that same thing, bring the roundness down, change the background, bring this up. I want there to be a little bit of space there because it looks good. Maybe I'll make this smaller and maybe I'll put some sort of like outline around it. Up on the top bar, my video might be covering this, but there is a little button that's called position, and you can bring these to the front or back. So I've got whatever highlighted that I want to bring to the front or back. So I'm going to put forward, and now it is overlaying this, but I'm not really loving that. I'm going to bring myself forward. I'm going to bring this over to the left a little bit. I'm going to make this, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this and put it here instead. Never make these a little smaller. See, it's, a lot of it is it's touch and go, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to bold that out now, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll make this a different color. Let's figure out if that's what's going to happen. Well, I'll change this. I'll make that my white. I'll get rid of the roundness. Didn't click that the right way. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll change this color to be like a red or something that's a little bit, crazy. Stark contrast. Maybe this one. Okay, I kind of like that. Oh, I need to bring that to the front. So I click position again to the front. Mistakes. Fold that out. Make it larger. Bring that down. X this. I don't do this for every thumbnail, but this is one thumbnail that converted really well when I did something very similar to this. Okay. And then sometimes what I like to do is I like to zoom out. I like to make this smaller. You can do it by using this little toggle thing down here, or you can use your fingers just by making things smaller if you're using a trackpad. Okay, I'm going to make it bigger again. I'm going to see if I can get the actual text to be larger within the box, which means I need to narrow the margins. Let's see if I can do that based on effects. So here's the spread. There we go. I'm going to make that spread smaller. Do you see how that happened? Okay. Top 5. And then what's great is that then I can make the writing even bigger. Top 5. Top 5. Productivity, killer, mistakes. You don't want to do that. Avoid that. Let me make this centered. There we go. Now I could have put a space between mistakes and productivity productivity killer. But sometimes when you have things too uniform, it doesn't catch the eye. So I did this on purpose, and whether it converts or not, like time would tell. If you wanted to make all of these smaller, if you don't know how to do it, you click on one of the boxes, hold the shift key down and keep clicking other boxes. And then it says group right here. It makes that an option. You click on that and then you can go ahead and, make all of it smaller, make all of it larger, move everything at the same time. And if you're like, oh, wow, now I don't really like that. Well, you can hit ungroup and then everything is independent again. See? So I'm going to go ahead and regroup everything. And I think, yeah, I don't think I liked it as big as it was before. So I think making it a little bit smaller is probably good. Let's go ahead and zoom out again just to see how it looks. Looks pretty good. I want there to be a little more space though, above and below the top five. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup. And sometimes if I keep it small like this, it's easier for me to see sort of what's going on, how the user would, your ideal client on YouTube would see your thumbnail and it's going to be small. So when you have it big, sometimes it's hard to keep things in perspective. So you can drag things and sometimes it takes big leaps and you don't want that big of a leap. So how you can avoid that is just highlight it and use your up and down arrow on your keypad. So never make these, and then I'm going to go ahead and move these two things down. Again, I only want to move these two things. So I hit my shift key while I clicked both of them, and I was able to do that. Okay, so I think that looks a lot better. And if I were to see that on YouTube, I think I would be much more likely to click on it. You could always say like avoid these, and that's making it more succinct. You're using fewer words. But sometimes the word never can be very useful in terms of helping people avoid the pain that they want to avoid. All right, so this is it. This is going to be my thumbnail for y'all. If you don't know how to insert yourself, by the way, so obviously take a picture of yourself and then you drag it into uploads. You click upload and then you drag these photos into your uploads. And if there's a background, let's say I didn't have this photo, let's say it was this one and there's a background. If you don't know about the background remover button, it will change your entire point of view. So there's, that's me. And, if I wanted to just like position myself where I wanted to, and then there used to be a button up here that said BG remover, background remover, but now it's eraser. So Canva's changing things all the times. Don't worry about it if you can't find the exact verbiage that you're looking for. I know that this is the place that it normally is. So I click eraser and sure enough, there it is, background remover. So go ahead and do that. And it thinks for a second and lo and behold, there I am, yay. And if I wanted to move my thumb out in front, just hit position, go and move myself forward or all the way to the front. But it's covering up that word. I could like move the verbiage over. That's not a problem, but I like the other photo better anyhow. So I'm going to go back and use my other photo. I think I had this in the background a little bit. So I'm going to hit position and go backward. There we go. My arm. I kind of like when part of me is in the background behind the lettering and part of me is in front. I think it kind of looks a little bit cool. So, but these are little stupid nuancy things that don't really matter probably. And the last thing I'll say is if, like, let's say I had a fuzzy on my shirt and I wanted to get rid of it, you can zoom way in, way, way in. And let's say I wanted to get rid of this line or something, or yeah, right there, there's a little hair. I don't know if you all can see it. There's a little hair right there. And if I wanted to get rid of that, then I could go back up to my eraser, hit magic eraser, and then I can zoom way in. I can get to this little tiny hair right here. And you can change your brush size. You can make it small, you can make it large. It's totally up to you. All you do is highlight it. And if you have a lot, you can click around and drag it. That's not a problem. It'll see that little abnormality, it highlights it, and then you go over here, click erase, and it will take some time to think about it. And poof, that is gone. It's not there at all. You can't see it. So I love this little feature. It's great. And when you're done, go ahead and click the X button to get out of it. There you're back at your thumbnail and it's good to go. So obviously for your own stuff, take my photo out of it, put your photo in, change the verbiage to fit the subject matter that you're going to be taking care of or addressing. I'm going to go ahead and make a template link. And again, I did a video about this, but here it is in case you don't know. You go to the top, you click share, and then when you click share on the top right, the a template link will appear. And if you haven't used it before, it might not appear. You go to the see all, and then you can find the template link. Hit that, and then create template link and copy it. And now you have created a template for other people to use. And that means that other people can click into this and they can make changes, and it's not going to affect my underlying design. That's really important because, you know, sharing your design with a particular individual, which you can do up here by clicking share and adding people, you can do that. But if you do that, that's a collaboration. That means that you and anyone else you share it with, there's one design that is being messed with, and it will get messed with over and over and over. And that is a cluster. You do not want to do that, especially if you're creating a digital product and you're selling it. You do not want to make that mistake. You want to use a template link. So other people can make any changes they want to. It will not affect your original design, and that's what you want. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you. And the whole goal of Canva Obsessed is for not for me to be a guru, because I'm not a guru. I don't consider myself a guru. I am Canva obsessed. I really, really love Canva. I use it for so many different things, but it's for you to be able to share also. And then if you want me to cover certain designs, again, you have to say something. So post something. Don't DM me, post me so that other people can see it. That's like, it's a community, you know, it's not, I don't want it just to be about me. It's like, I'm not interested in that. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you post your requests. And I also look forward to seeing your reactions to this YouTube thumbnail tutorial and see if like you would find the template useful. All right, that's it, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day.